Welcome! My name is Sergio Habecker. I'm a professional course supervisor, and in 2010 I got interested in the internet marketing. I put up this presentation to show how we can create a saner civilization by educating the world in study tech. Currently, we reach people through individual training, teachers training, lectures and courses. I estimated that in the last 40 years we reached around 20 million people with this study technology. And I would like to show you some results of it. Here you see the location of a public school in Texas. This school had in 1998 50% of the students who were succeeding. Then they got introduced into the study technology, and this is the graph. 4 years later they had 95% of the students that were succeeding. Isn't that a nice picture? Good. Now the next result were from South Africa. That's the location of the city of Hartseview. This school had in 2001 58% succeeding students. And after the introduction of the study technology, in 2002 they reached 87% of the students that were now succeeding. The next result is from a Mexican school in the city of Puebla. Here you see the location. The first graph shows that 75% of the students had insufficient to sufficient grades, and only 25% had good to excellent grades. Here you see the graph in 2010 after they got introduced to study technology. Here were 600 teachers that delivered or taught to 28,000 students. Now we have only 12% sufficient ratings and 88% good to excellent ratings. Isn't that incredible? Now that is the goal that I would like to get all over the world. The next point I go over with you are my 3 valuable discoveries which I made while I was doing internet marketing. The first point is about the main comm line of the world. What are the main comm lines of the world? Now I looked at the internet here and I give you some data on that. So in 2005 we had already 1 billion internet users. You see in 2009 it was 1.3 billion. In 2012 today we have around 2.2 billion users, and the forecast for 2015 is that it reaches 3 billion users. But there is a comm line that is forecasted to grow even bigger, and that is number of users accessing the internet via cell phone. It's forecasted that in 2015 it has 3.5 billion users, and you see here the stats over the last few years. It didn't reach its 1 billion, but several people forecast it will overgrow the internet access via the computer. Okay? Here we have a quote from LRH. What do we expect from you to become the best Scientologist that can be and to get on the comm lines of the world and bring a big win where it counts? Now, the second discovery, for that I want to give you a little bit more background information. So some years ago, I got interested in the internet marketing and later got more educated on it. As part of my non-existence with the internet user, I evaluated over 30 projects that I could promote in the internet. And by that I found out what was needed and wanted from the internet users. I worked on it for some weeks, and the data that I show you as next is the winner of the whole evaluation and shows you what the internet users looks for in the internet. Here it is. I was astounded. This was one of the highest requests of my evaluation. Now, that's a monthly search, so it means 45,500,000 users or searches got actually made on how to study in 1 month. Now, how does that look in a year? It's an incredible amount. So you have 570 million searches for how to study, or actually on study itself, so to get help on study. Now let's see how many did we reach till now. So I estimated we reached around 20 million people, bit more or less. Looks okay, but if you consider it on a worldwide basis, then it looks like that. There's actually a line here, even if you don't see it. The line is actually the 20 million people we reached with StudyTech. Do you think that's enough? If we have already a 500 million searches only from around 2 billion users? Here my third discovery. My researches didn't just include finding out what people looked for, it also included finding out how many people are delivering what was needed. And here the result. Although Google searches revealed a high demand for help with study, there are almost no websites offering effective solutions. Also, LRH said, the society knows nothing about StudyTech. Now, my decision then was, based on these references here, the most important point in the society is the application of the StudyTech. This is also our bridge to society. And what do we expect from you to become the best Scientologist that can be, and to get on the comm lines of the world and bring a big win where it counts? Here it is how.